This is literally the end of an era. Starting with Scarlet and Violet this year, the Pokemon TCG will no longer feature its yellow border around its cards, but instead moving to a silver border like its Japanese counterpart. For many, this may be a who cares type of moment, but for others that may have been in the hobby since the beginning, this could be a very confusing time. Kind of like when they made Sonic the Hedgehog into a live-action movie and expected us all to be okay with it.
Yeah, laugh it up.
Nice work, Romeo.
Glad you're having a good time.
Regardless, all of these changes might come with unforeseen consequences. All right, guys, so I kind of have a longer blurb that I want to get through. This comes from Safari Post. So I want to just say before we get into this that this is still speculation, but I think there's a lot of merit to the things that are brought up in this post. So let's kind of go through it. So he starts out by saying, Happy New Year, Savages. Respect. Opening with the great booster box evaporation of 2022-2023, word began to matriculate over the holidays that various online shops, YouTubers, LGSs, etc., via their distributors, that Sword and Shield era booster boxes are out of stock. Even the most recent sets, Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, have apparently been cut off, and basically whatever's out there now is it. So we kind of talked about this where there is no more stock at the distribution level. And a lot of other YouTubers came out and said, you know, everything is always in stock all the time. There's something a little bit different going on here than has ever happened before. So, okay, let's keep going. I don't pretend to know the logistics that are going on at TPC when it comes to printing cards, but one of the theories out there is that a switchover was required since they are changing this to silver borders as opposed to the yellow borders for Scarlet and Violet. If this is the cause behind Sword and Shield booster boxes being abruptly cut off, it seems unlikely that it is a temporary pause. If the switch from yellow borders to silver borders in the printing process is drastic enough to cause TPC to basically end production of Sword and Shield boxes, even from sets that are only a couple months old, it would stand to reason that there will be no switching back in order to reprint the Sword and Shield sets at any point in the future. This is just idle speculation, remember, I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, so let's try to unpack that a little bit. So what we're talking about here, guys, is they have to change the printing machines to no longer be able to print yellow borders, and they're going to silver. I don't know how these machines work exactly, and I think that's what this person was alluding to also. Like, in my mind, I want to say that they should be able to print silver versus yellow, no problem. But you know, I just don't know, because like when I think of special edition like Black Star promo or EXs, full arts, none of those have yellow borders. So maybe those are different machines. Maybe they'll have 3 different banks of machines to be able to print Sword and Shield boxes. He does go on to say that the effects of the news has already begun to be felt in the market with sealed booster boxes. Silver Tempest has gone from 100 to 120, and he's thinking it'll go all the way up to 130, 140. Same thing with Lost Origin, and Brilliant Stars is already at $200, which, I mean, I called that, hello, ding, 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 I called that a while ago. Astral Radiance is lagging behind. I think it's just not as strong of a set as the others. And there's not as many wanted cards. So he does go deeper in here to talk about total artwork sets and how much it would cost to just buy out a complete artwork set from the set. We're not going to go into all that. So I do want to talk about some of the stuff that he's saying here, and you guys can come back to this if need be. If I'm just speaking out loud and I'm at the board meeting, I don't know that I would be completely cutting off these sets. I'm just confused. I wouldn't cut off that revenue stream if I were a business. I mean, that could be at least another year or 2 years of printing the most recent sets, right? Especially Crown Zenith. So maybe they printed a surplus and have enough in surplus stock to release multiple waves. What I really see this as is kind of a hype bubble right now, because we don't know anything for sure. And again, it goes back to speculation. We don't know for a fact that these things are happening. One thing we can do is we can check some booster box prices. So one item that we have been following along with in terms of price has been Chilling Reign. So I see a lot of places at 120, 120, 109 even. That's a really good price. TCG is at 129, so maybe a little bit of upward tickage. I'm going to be watching the prices on these booster boxes. Really, I'm going to be watching also the singles on Evolving Skies. That seems to be where, you know, Sword and Shield goes. As goes Evolving Skies, goes the entire set, apparently. but I'm going to be checking in on that. I don't know if I see that uptick quite yet. This is a complete head scratcher, so I'm really excited to hear more on this topic, because if that's true, I'm just saying this right now, if it's true that we are no longer printing yellow borders and the Pokemon Company doesn't have the ability to do that, which sounds a little bit crazy just on its face, but let's say they do that switch over and there's no more printing of older sets, you could see one of the biggest booms specifically in Sword and Shield for any set that has been printed, in my opinion, within the last 1 to 3 years, because they can bring back stuff from the Wayback Machine. I mean, they were bringing back Cosmic Eclipse. So I really am excited to see more on what happens with this, with this blurb. This is very interesting news. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. I definitely wanted to just jump on and just mention this. I mean, I didn't know what else to do. I wanted to just work through it with you guys. So let me know. Let me know down in the comments. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next live or the next episode. Peace.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's time to hit the button already. Do it now. What do you think, I'm dancing for free here?